Hello everyone, this is Jebro, and today we are going to be talking about gyros for the engineer in the meta of PvP. Now, recent tournament as well as Pro League and watching some guys play has revealed that potentially there's going to be more gyro usage by engineers. Now, there are various reasons for that. Whether or not you're interested, I might mention a couple of those. But otherwise, you can see that we've got 2 extra gyros compared to the meta in the first half of Pro League season before April 19th, big patch updates for the game. So, what am I talking about in terms of the additional ones? So, Slick Shoes got a nerf, and also the healing turret really did as well, to be honest. I mean, let's be honest, it did. So Medic Gyro is actually very good. Now, it's not just good for the fact that it's got a gyro with it. It actually has a field, which is a water field. So that water field is very, very beneficial. Now, obviously, when you're an engineer, you have a tool belt, and Medic Gyros obviously heal, so it's on your first tool belt skill. So when you use it, you get a water combo field. Of course, you can blast fields as well, giving you area healing. So it's a pretty nice free water field for 4 seconds, because that's what was good about the turret. You know, you got condition removal as well as getting a nice healing field as well. It's very supportive for your teammates and yourself to make sure you're sustained. And look at the cooldown, you know, 25 seconds, that's not too bad either. Okay, it's not the same amount as you got from the healing turret, but also another thing is that Medic Gyro is pretty much instant. So again, pretty nice. Now the healing is not as strong as obviously the healing turret was, but there's another reason why having another turret is also very good as well. You can see I just got super speed there from the turret actually being deactivated, from it being destroyed, of course, because it's only got a certain amount of duration. And through the traits, you can see that I'm grabbing super speed, and super speed will heal me. Now this number was nerfed as well. You can see the super speed below the swiftness. It's very useful to have in terms of like sustain. I mean, if you think about backpack regenerate back in the day, that was giving you healing of 117. So the more fields we have through our final salvo trait, the more stability we have and the more super speed we have. So if we pull out all our gyros together, you can see the amount of potential that we have for super speed, of course. Absolutely bloody ridiculous. And there's not really, you know, there's no cooldown for that either, to apply those fields, to apply that super speed. It's only for 2 seconds, of course. I don't believe it stacks. No, it did stack, actually. The super speed does stack as well. So, you know, that's a lot of regeneration and sustain there. Saw it staying at 1 second for more than 1 second, obviously. So that's what I'm talking about. And again, super speed as well. Gyros are back up in a second. So I've almost got, I'm not like, your uptime of super speed is pretty bloody ridiculous. Then also remembering about the fact that you can blast lightning fields to give you, of course, swiftness. So let's have a look quickly. Swiftness and super speed as well. So if you're in a predicament where you have no real regeneration up already, you know, those fields are not only going to give you super speed, but you can blast them to give yourself swiftness. So you're getting 441 healing, which is brilliant per second, you know, for as long as you have that, which is really, really strong, you know. So it's a good sustain. So it's a bit like, you know, think in a way it's almost like having like backpack regenerator to a degree. But you get a ton more healing. Okay, the uptime isn't obviously as much as backpack regenerator, but you still get a considerable amount of healing from all of your gyros. Really, that's one of the main things. But the thing is what these gyros give you on top of that, of course, you have your blast gyro, which obviously, you know, nice knockback, gives you the field, gives you stability. So it's not just what it says on the tin. You know, it's very, very strong. And also, Bulwark Gyro is going to be very good against those bursty compositions where potentially we've got Thief and Revenant combinations coming out. So we're still not sure exactly what's going to happen, but even in solo queue, still useful. If you know you're going up versus a team where I haven't got a Necro, I haven't got a Mesmer that's putting conditions out, or anyone that's putting like conditions out anyway. You could potentially, you will stick with this, or you'll go for the Purge Gyro. You can still change things up a lot. Now you're thinking, okay, why has he got Elixir Gun in the 7th? The only reason I've got that as the 7th is for additional condition removal. People are using Elixir C, people are using different things, they're still trying things out. We're not sure still exactly what's going to happen. We don't even know if this is going to be meta either, but I'm just giving you the reasons as to why I think they may be considered more the meta for the engineer if the engineer is still going to be a thing. So it's really just a quick video to let you know about these gyros and to what extent you can use them. So let's just pop off the healing field as well. Now the other reason is, I've got the blast, obviously acid bomb from the elixir gun, so I like that combination to give me another blast finisher, and then obviously I've got my 2 leap finishes from rocket charge. So obviously the first leap isn't a blast finisher, sorry, a leap finisher, so not leap, finisher. Basically, that's it. It's not really, I don't really need to explain that anymore. So yeah, I mean, there's still quite a lot you can do with this. You still get super speed from bypass coating, which is the blast gyro's toolbelt skill. You get defense field, which is obviously going to project and reflect the projectiles that are coming in, and then obviously you've got Condi removal still, as well as some extra might and whatnot that comes from your elixir gun. And we're still sticking to the very similar build that we've had for engineer for such a long time, with inventions and alchemy not really any reason to replace them at all. Bursts, elixir S still resisting a lot of bursts, really strong, kind of screws you over sometimes when there's conditions on you, but now there's no necro potentially as much as there was earlier in Season 2 of Pro League, or even in Ranked probably as well. You won't see as many Necros, you'll probably see more Druids and Mesmers, I guess. This is going to be better because, when you went into Elixir S form, obviously it didn't remove all of the conditions, it just removed a couple because of, alchemical tinctures. But you're not going to have as many conditions on you, so it's not going to be as horrible. You can't do anything when your Elixir S procs because you've gone invulnerable, and you're immune to focus damage onto you, but the conditions that are still on you are still ticking, and sometimes that would be the thing that would kill you. Whereas now it won't be as much, of course. Still got automated medical response. Still, obviously, I mention it every time. That was nerfed a while ago, and then bigger. In the first quarterly patch in January, I do believe it used to be 90 seconds, which sucks. But still, it's just the cooldown is, 30 seconds. You're still going to get your heal back. I think one of the reasons is that, healing turret as well isn't as good as it was before, just because of that extra 0.25 seconds. It really can be interrupted a lot easier for some reason. I know it's 0.25 seconds, but the interrupts I've had on that turret is still ridiculous. Doesn't mean the healing turret isn't still useful and good. It's still very strong, but in combination with the other gyros and also this final salvo trait to give you super speed, it does give you a lot of nice sustain and stability as well, so you can't be CC'd as well as easily as you were before. And yeah, it's still quite nice, still quite strong. In terms of amulet and rune, a lot of people playing paladins, marauder, they're playing tanky stuff, as well as Holbrack, and I've seen pack. There's still variations, there's still little tiny variations in that. I'm not sure if this is going to be the meta for the engineer, but it's what I've seen in tournaments recently and people playing in some scrims here and there. But there's been variations of this. I'm not saying this is solid, but I'm saying this is quite strong and quite powerful for, even what I've been playing in solo queue. So I'm going to give you a game in future, probably in a couple of days, of my gameplay of this. Again, not saying I'm the best, but how it's helped me and how I've been using them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I've been Jebro, talking about gyros for the engineer today. In depth, I'm going to be talking about the gyros in future in another engineer guide. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And also let me know what you want to see in the future in terms of engineer and scrapper on my channel. I will be going into more depth into other builds and classes, of course, once Pro League has started, but I want to know what you guys want to see on this channel in the future. So let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you in the future. Take it easy, everyone.